so in this video, I'm going to show you how much money my 7,500 subscriber YouTube channel made in September of 2023. Now, if we pop open my analytics channel, so this is the one you're watching right now, but I'm usually sharing the money I made from this channel right here. So if we go to our analytics, we see how much my channel performed for the month of September. Bam! You can already see that I set record highs in views, watch time, subscribers, and revenue. So let's go to the most important and the most interesting of these four is revenue. So in September, we made $252.83. And as you can see, my channel has had this nice trend of consistently making more money than the previous month. And this is sort of intentional because I have been focusing a lot of time on improving the RPM and the overall revenue that my channel has been generating. Now, in terms of the channel growth for September, we gained a record 926 subscribers for the month. Previous month high was 839. Watch hours were crazy. We did over 6,000 watch hours. Now, this is something that's important if your channel isn't monetized yet and you haven't hit that 4,000 watch hour threshold in order to get monetization. That's why watch hours are important. And last but not least, views, again, all-time high. We pretty much hit 250,000, 240,975, as the previous high was 183,000. So if we go to the top here on the revenue tab, and we can see where and how this money was made. So at the beginning of the month, I was making like, I don't know, $8 a day or so. And this is pretty good for me because for the longest time, I was only making like $1 a day. So $8 a day is super awesome. And as the month went by, we sort of got into $9 a day. It dropped down to about $6 and then $5, and then it slowly picked back up all the way up over here to 10, which we hit on September 19th. And then eventually we went all the way up to $11.82 on September 28th. Okay, so how was this money made? So the vast majority of YouTube AdSense for me comes from long form videos, which you can see right here. We made a total of $240.21 out of the 250. So this is a vast majority. It's like 90% of my income comes from the long form videos. Now, one thing to note right here is the RPM, which is how much money you make per 1,000 views. My RPM was incredibly low for the month of September, and I'll explain later why this is and why it's important and significant. But my RPM was only $3.65. So what this means is for every 1,000 views a video gets, this is how much money I make. So if I were to get 100 views, then I would get 36 cents. And so we also did shorts as usual, which is pretty bad. Made $7 because the RPM is 5 cents. That's the problem with shorts. You need to get millions upon millions of views if you want to make any significant amount of money. And then live streams, which I don't do that often, we made about $4. Not too bad. And usually the RPM is similar to long form videos. Now, where or which long form videos made the money? So if you scroll down here, you can see top earning content estimated for September. We made $34 from this psychedelic video. And then we had this one video of my dad trying on these colorblind glasses that I bought for him for Father's Day. This was sort of like an obscure video. This was a video that I made for myself. This wasn't planned per se. It just was something that I wanted to do. It was fun. I wanted to capture the moment. And for whatever reason, this video has been doing really well. And that made $31. And then after that, you can see this trend of gambling, and gambling. All these gambling addiction videos. Okay, so the next question that you might ask is how many videos did I post in the month of September? So if we go up and go to content, we can see a breakdown of sort of what I did if we go to all. And what's interesting is that YouTube has all these sections for your analytics. And this is important to go through that, or at least I like to go through every month to gauge how well my channel is performing and if I am reaching new subscribers, if a lot of current subscribers are coming back, those sort of metrics. So as you can see, we gained a ton of new viewers over here from shorts. And this is intentional. This is the whole purpose or the reason why that I make YouTube Shorts, is that I'm trying to reach out to an audience or a group of people that hasn't seen my channel before, for example. And as we've seen before, shorts are terrible for making money. So that is my whole strategy behind shorts. Returning viewers, I was happy with the live stream number. I'm getting a lot of returning viewers for my streams. And the gap is a lot more closer right here between the shorts and the videos, as not a lot of my returning viewers are interested in the shorts, which is understandable. And then if you scroll down right here for published content, I went kind of ham for the month of September. I was trying a couple new strategies that I wanted to implement on my channel just to see how they would perform. And I had a sneaking suspicion that my current audience wanted more content. So I tried to step up my game with the amount of uploads I had. So normally I would do 30 shorts in a month, 1 per day. So for September, we did 80. So we nearly tripled that. I was originally going to aim for 60. I wanted to just double everything. But for whatever reason, I was able to bang out a couple more shorts. Videos, we got up to 9. Now this is awesome, as normally my goal is mainly just 4. Now if you want to really ramp up the revenue or the money that your channel can make, just posting more long form videos will just obviously increase your revenue. You'll get more views, and if those videos are 8 minutes or longer, you can have mid-roll ads, which will just boost your RPM for your whole channel. Now another interesting metric down here is that this watching both percentage, this sort of shows you what percentage of your viewers watch your shorts, which percentage of your viewers watch your long form, and if they are watching both. Now, this is important to gauge because if a ton of people are watching your shorts, but it's not converting to long form views, then you might want to adjust your strategy, right? Because again, my strategy is create the shorts to bring in new viewers, and hopefully it converts them to watch the long form content, because that's where you make your money. And then finally, if we go down a little bit right here, how viewers find my channel. If we just ignore the shorts feed, the majority of my viewership for my long form videos comes from search. Now, this is something that you want to target if you are a smaller channel, because in the beginning, you want to create videos that are searchable. So say, for example, in my channel, I talk about psychedelics and I talk about gambling a lot. And so you have to sort of find out what are people searching for. So say, for example, in gambling, people are searching for, how do I quit gambling? How do I stop gambling? Gambling addiction, gambling compulsion, help with a gambling problem. Like, you have to try to think of what are actual sentences and phrases that people are searching for. If you make a video like, oh my gosh, gambled crazy this weekend, exclamation mark. I don't really think anyone is searching for that on YouTube per se. So again, you want to try to target your channel a little bit more towards search as if you can. And then eventually your videos will get picked up and you'll get more traffic from browse and suggested. Now, this is just a general strategy that I've been using for my channel. Okay, so moving on, if we go back to our revenue tab at the top, go back to content performance where we had our RPM. If you click the see more button, you can view the RPM of all the videos on your channel, for example. You can find out which ones are generating the most income. Now, this is an important point I really need to talk about quickly, is that your RPM and the money you make on your channel will highly depend on the niche that you're in. So say, for example, if your YouTube channel is about some type of product or finance or crypto or making money, those types of niches will have really high CPMs. So it'll be a lot easier for you to get a high RPM and make a lot more money on Google AdSense. Now, my channel is incredibly problematic because I get flagged all the time for limited monetization because I talk about gambling addiction and I talk about psychedelics. So the niche that I'm in is very poor for making money. But even though it is poor, there are a lot of strategies you can use to overcome that. And so I quickly want to show you what that is. So if we go here and look at my channel, you can see that the RPM was like $3, kind of low. Now, normally you'll see, some videos have 3, 5, 7, and so on. But then there'll be one video right here, this gambling addiction stories video. The RPM is $13. So what you can do is go over here, highlight the video, go to analytics, and we can do a deep dive on this one specific video. And this is how I generate a lot of AdSense in my niche that doesn't pay relatively well. So for this video, if we go to revenue, you can see right down here, the CPM is $17.14. You know, that's pretty good, but the RPM is wild. It's $11.46. Now this might look really high, as normally most creators will see their RPM be about half of their CPM. And now the reason why my RPM is so high for this video is because if you go to the monetization tab over here, you can see my mid-roll ad strategy in action. Now, normally you can turn on your before pre-roll ads and during mid-roll ads and after post-roll ads. And some people might turn the mid-roll ads off because they'll think it's annoying for the viewers. But this is why you should not do that. If you go to my mid-rolls, you'll see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mid-roll ads. Now, at first, looking at this, you might think this is crazy. Like, why would you do this? Now, I always stress this idea of you want to be aggressive with your mid-roll ad placement, because each one of these ads, it is a chance. It doesn't mean it's going to be shown for sure. It is just a chance. So even though I have a ton of mid-roll ads placed here, if you were to watch this video, this doesn't mean you're going to get an ad every time. It will play an ad based on the past behavior or pattern of a viewer, for example. And so the reason why you want to do this is because if you think about YouTube as a whole, the people on YouTube or the viewers that hate watching ads, they either have two things. They pay for YouTube Premium, or they install an ad blocker on their browser so they don't have to watch ads. Everyone else who doesn't really care, they just will let it run. They'll let it play. And so you want to have as many mid-roll ads as possible, because say for example, you have a 10-minute video and your average viewer might watch like 40% of it. If you put an ad at the 5-minute mark, a mid-roll ad in the middle, if the majority of your people only watch 40% through, they're never even going to get that chance to watch a mid-roll ad. So your RPM is going to be that much lower, and you're just leaving money on the table for no reason. This is like a huge mistake that creators make all the time. You would think that I must get tons of complaints. I haven't had a single viewer complain once that I post too many mid-roll ads. And it's because, again, it's only a chance. Now, say for example, if you had that same viewer who would watch maybe 40% of a video, but I have an ad at the 1-minute mark, the 2-minute mark, and the 3-minute mark. By the time they watch 4 minutes or 40% of that 10-minute video, they have hit a chance 3 times to play an ad. So they're much more likely to be shown a mid-roll ad, which will greatly improve your RPM. So this is like a huge strategy that works for me in order to make a lot more money for my channel that doesn't perform well when it comes to AdSense. Now, if we back out of this video, as you can see, this video was fully monetized, but I want to show you what I mean about how my channel is poor for AdSense. If you look at all these shorts that I posted, you can see that a lot of them are flagged with this yellow money sign, and this means you're getting limited AdSense, and you make roughly 10 to 20% of what you would normally get. And so a lot of my videos are flagged with this limited monetization. Whenever I make normal gambling addiction videos, like the long form ones, for whatever reason, those are fully monetizable. So those were okay. When I do make the psychedelic trip report videos, those are always limited monetization, no matter what you do. And then on the flip side, when I do my live streams and talk about gambling, those get flagged. So I'm not entirely sure what that is. I can make long form gambling videos just fine and they can get monetized, but I can't do live streams about gambling. So I don't know, take that for what it's worth. However, a lot of these other limited monetization videos, you can dispute those. So if you go over here to the Earn tab, and if you go to Watch Page Ads, which is what we're talking about, and you go to View Ratings. And if you feel like a video shouldn't get limited monetization, you can hit the Request Review button. You just have to double check that this satisfies the advertiser-friendly guidelines, and you can request YouTube to review one of your videos to get it back over to the green monetization. And I've done this many times. Most of the time, YouTube will change a video back to green if it's not too crazy, but it may take up to like 7 to 10 days. I've really noticed like YouTube is really slow when it comes to reviewing your videos. And so as you can see, like look at this. Like all these videos are okay, but I get flagged. Like, look at all this, all limited, all of this. This is craziness. So imagine if I could fully monetize all of these videos. I can make such a higher RPM. And that's why my RPM is only at $3.65. And so I think that's pretty much it. Making $252 for my channel in the month of September was great, especially with all this limited monetization stuff. So if you found this video helpful or beneficial to you in some way, please let me know in the comment section down below. And if you want to watch another one of these analytic reports, you can watch that right here.